Hello there. Thank you for joining me today. This is Doreen Velin. We're going to be talking about trauma and how to deal with it. Thank you for joining me. Stay with me. Today we're going to talk about a feeling letter. Now, Dr. John Gray wrote a book, Men from Mars and Women from Venus. He's in California. I had his tapes and watched all his tapes, and this is when they were in VHS, I think it was. So there's no way I could see them now. But he did have a feeling letter on that tape where he verbally shares a letter that he wants to write to his father. Now, this is not a letter that you give to a person. This is not a letter that you'll ever get an answer back on. This is a letter for your own healing, not anything else. This is not to throw mud in somebody's face. This is not to say, I told you so. This is not to say, hey, you're not a nice person. This is not for that. This is for your own healing. This is how we heal ourselves. This is tackling it in our own private way. And it does work to a very large extent. And not for everybody, I granted, but for those of you who want to try it, I encourage you to do it. And I've got the letter beside me here. This is courtesy of Dr. John Gray, who I really respect for his books on relationship and healing wounds. So my feeling letter, you can write it to whoever you want, to a person that perhaps you'll never see again. Maybe they've died, maybe they've, a person that you'll never see again for some reason or another. But you need it for your own healing. I work with men in recovery and addiction recovery, and with them, they do the steps. And in the steps, it does say to tackle the person and tell them that you forgive them and see it verbally. But sometimes you're not able to. So this letter can really help with any of those things. So if you watched my last video, it was on a traumatic experience in my life. So I had a very traumatic experience as a child. And I told my mother, and my mother did not acknowledge it. She told me to forget it. It wasn't important what I felt. That started a chain reaction of disrespect from my mother. From that day on, I was about 10 or 11, I didn't respect her anymore. I lost my respect for her. And through the years, I never really, I didn't do anything with her. I didn't have any activities with her. I was always with my dad. And I did anything to be with my dad. I didn't even want to be around my mom. She worked all the time. I was always at babysitters. I really didn't feel like I had a mom. And it's strange because she died when I was about 45, I guess. Maybe 50 years old. And I looked at the family album the other day, just a few days ago, and I didn't see one picture of my mother holding me. Not one. It was always somebody else. So, I was a real afterthought after the war, and I had siblings that were very much older than me, like 15 to 18 years older than me, because they were from pre-war. So I really didn't have any respect for my mom. And I was carrying a lot of shame from the incidents because I wasn't able to talk to her. So I internalized it and took it upon myself to feel that shame. I carried it for a long time. It was a big burden. It was heavy on my shoulders, weighed heavy. And I felt bad because Mom did do things for me, but I still carried that weight of regret and feeling towards her that I really didn't even want to be around her. I was so ashamed, and some of the words I would describe my feeling. I felt dejected from her, and very much rejected and injured. It was a big wound. So I came upon this set of tapes from Dr. John Gray, and when I was helping other people. And so I did it for myself. Now, there's several ways you can go with this letter, and you can write it many, many times. You don't have to just write it once. The first time I knew I had to write it to my mother. That's my first step. That's the outside peeling of my onion. And then perhaps the second time I'd like to write it to myself and forgive myself. I still haven't done that, and I got gray hair. So I'm kind of feel bad about that right now, especially speaking to you. So maybe you've inspired me. Well, I think you have actually inspired me to do one to myself. So I'll do that next time. But right now I'm going to share the letter from me to my mother. So it starts off by saying, Dear Mom, I'm writing to you this letter to release my resentment and negative emotions, and to discover and express the positive feelings that you deserve. I'm also writing this letter to ask for your support without demanding it. Well, my mother's died, so that last sentence really isn't in there for me. So, first of all, I have to look at my anger and blame, because that's sort of the bottom line. Most of us, when we are angry, there's a lot of underlying feelings that help that anger to rise. And it's really not the initial feeling. It's really only the result of that feeling. So my initial feeling of anger and blame is to blame you, Mom. So, Mom, I blame you for the times that you have been there with me, for never holding me as a child, for always passing me around to other people, for working all my life, never paying attention to me. I was in your way. I felt like I was nobody, and I was totally not to be seen. In fact, you used to joke around people, children are seen but not heard. And I felt that very deeply. I'm very angry for the way that you responded to my cry out for pain, cry out for a hug, cry out for acceptance. I cried out to you and you didn't accept it. So I was very angry. I carried that anger for a long, long time. I carried it around for years and years and years. It might have gone and be put on the back burner for a while, but it was still there. It was still there. I also felt very sad that we didn't have a relationship together. And each time I feel sad, and these feelings I'm sharing with you now, I have to tell you that as I'm writing this letter, I'm actually putting a chain around me, because these feelings I have are chaining me up. There's a big chain. And it's holding me. It's going right across me. It's keeping me a prisoner. So, Mom, I feel very sad and very hurt. You hurt me a lot. And I feel hurt that I never had a relationship with you. I feel hurt even that I hurt you. I feel so hurt by you. And I think you produced a lot of fear in me. I had a lot of fear, and I think these chains even went around my brain. Those fears. I was afraid to approach you. I couldn't talk to you. I was so afraid. I was so locked up in these chains. But these chains kept me to you. These chains kept me locked to you. And I want to unbind those chains. I want to take them apart and be free. So I'm writing these things to you. I have a lot of remorse about what happened. I somehow take blame and think that I could have done something different. I could have done something that I don't know about, but I didn't do. And I want to apologize for my actions to you during these years, that I didn't didn't sort of make more effort to get to know you. You're always so distant. I want to apologize for not trying to be more real to you, taking advantage of you like I did. Now as an adult, I understand that you did your best, that you only did what you knew how to do. I understand that as an adult. And when I understand that, understanding that, I should say, that's helped me take some of these chains off. So I'm going to take off some of these chains. Just like that. Just going to do some of the chains, especially my mind. I think those chains are gone. I don't have them anymore. They're all opened up. So you've opened up my mind, and I am grateful for the fact that I can look at these things as an adult and help me to forgive you. So I do forgive you, Mom, and I wish I could tell you that now that you're not with me anymore. So I'm telling you as if you can hear me. And I know you can. But those chains are off, Mom. I don't have them anymore. And I hope you understand what's happened in our life. Forgive me. Please. Your daughter, Doreen. Thank you for being with me today. And I hope some way that you can forgive the person that's hurt you. It takes a lot of courage to do it. But you know it does for you. These chains are free today. I am free. I'm not held in and held on by her. I don't feel any attachment to the pain anymore. I don't feel any attachment to the person that's hurt me. I am free to be my own person. I might be crying, but it is emotional. But it doesn't mean I'm still hurting. I'm not. So thank you for joining me. And join me again for the next letter, which is the most beautiful one. And that's the letter to you from that person. So thank you for joining me. This is Doreen Velin. I want to thank you for joining me today, and thank you for having the courage. I hope that you had even more courage to dig into your trauma and try to heal it so you can be free. So join me again for the next letter, which is the most beautiful one, and that's the letter from that person to you. This is the one you need to hear. This is the icing on the cake. Thank you.